Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my
Champions League winners, treble
God.
winners. What you know about them city boys? Come on.
Hey.
Bro,
What are you saying? Oh, oh.
Did we lose Charlie?
It looks like we lost Charlie.
oh no. Oh God.
Let's go! Oh my gosh. Oh man, that Rodrigo.
He bent it so perfect just around that those two defenders. Two defenders bent it right around him. It was quite honestly, I feel like Ederson might have should have been the player of the match because he kept us in it. He got quite a few good saves. But I mean, I can't argue with that goal because oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Including the one to end the match. Like just him getting the punch on that. Like that solidified the win. Oh wow.
Hey, he's got it. We back. We back.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Got you.
Let's go, champions. Let's go.
Let's go, champs. Let's go.
Oh, shit. Okay, so this I took all the notes during the first half and none the second half because I was expecting for us to score. I was expecting for us to figure things out. So then I was like, okay. And then when it didn't, I was just like, okay, none of this. I told myself I was going to stay away from Twitter. I was like, I need a crutch right now. I need some support because I'm feeling weak. Oh my goodness. Okay. So Ederson, is that your player of the match? I mean,
him. Ederson is him.
For me, I mean, he was the reason that we stayed in this.
I'm so happy. Oh, you know how I feel about Ederson. I've been.
And speaking of our keeper, do y'all remember in the middle of the season when people was big mad, talking big shit, made him get off of social media? All I know is that in the last two matches that he has played, he has been fantastic. Fantastic.
Amazing.
As Charlie always says, let the apology be as loud as the disrespect.
Amen. Brother Ederson deserves all the respect. All of it.
But also, I'm not going to let all y'all hop on this bandwagon because, you know, I was kind of mad alone in this, like, Ederson love I was doing.
No. Never that. Like, I never said, like, go to Ortega. Like, hell no. Like, Ederson was the guy.
But you weren't outward in your Ederson love. It's all or nothing. We don't do this, like, now that we shine.
I feel it. No, I love Eddie. Like, that's my boy. Like, I'll take him over anybody in the world, even before this recent run. Like, that's my boy.
Yes. Oh, my gosh. Diaz was great. Bernardo, I mean, okay. A lot of people... Tom Bomb, I don't think you were the happiest with Bernardo. I honestly was very thankful for him.
I needed him off the pitch. I think I like after the 60th minute to me, I was like, okay, put Riyad Mahrez on because like before from like the 60th minute to when we scored, I was like we need Riyad Mahrez there to control DeMarco and make DeMarco do some different things because DeMarco played an excellent match.
We made that dude look like was he the left sided defender? Who Ashley Cole or somebody? I don't know who the best. I mean, we made that dude look like he was amazing. I don't know how good he is normally. I've never seen. I don't watch him play. Just being honest, but that dude looked amazing.
Turn that man into Marcelo.
Yeah, there you go. I was like, can we sign him? Good Lord. I don't even know if he's good, but the way he's playing against us.
Oh my gosh.
Can we sign him at the half?
Right.
He just looked great. They definitely okay. So I definitely early on, City were playing great patient football. That was what we needed to see from them, and it just seemed in the second half. I mean, we can hop all over the place. We got time. There's no rush, whatever. But it seemed in the second half, at the beginning, it just kind of just like unraveled. And usually in the second half, that's when we take advantage of the other team's fatigue, and maybe they're getting a little annoyed by how defensively sound we are and how patient we are in our passing. And Pep also said it, Inter is the type of team that if it's tied, they think they're winning. And City, at moments, we play like we're losing. And that is exactly how the second half started. And do you think it was anything Inter were doing, or do you feel that maybe City players were kind of feeling the heat?
I said it at the beginning of the match. You asked me what was I concerned about? What was I nervous about? What made me nervous? I said the weight of the expectations, because we came into this, we had to win. Everybody said we should win. We have to win this treble, not just the treble. We have to win the Champions League trophy. So I felt like we were playing with the weight of that on our shoulders, and there were passes that were misplaced, just a lot of miscommunication. It just didn't look like us to me watching that match. So for me, it was just we had to just play our way through that. And having been here before and not won it, it's like what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen to break our hearts?
Mm. Did you really? I don't know. Like, I mean, other than the moments like right before we scored, because the game really was unraveling, and just the pace. It was like the second Lukaku came on, we really lost our gas, after KDB left. But I don't know. It just other than that, that was kind of like the most bleak I felt. But then we immediately scored, so then I felt good. But other than that, I don't know. I felt like oddly calm. The only thing I could say I was angry, annoyed, vexed about was that we did seem very passive and willing to play extra time / penalty kicks just as much as Inter. You could kind of tell it that was Inter's plan of attack. It was frustrating.
So I think it was a sequence where Bernardo Silva had the back pass and Akanji didn't go for it, and Lautaro Martinez was in on goal.
Yes.
And then Eddie saved it, and then we started the break the other way, and then we had a chance on goal because Phil got fouled right outside the box. That to me, that was like, okay, even if the match is open like this, like you were talking about in the second half, I'm not concerned. Like, I'm not concerned about this, because we're still going to be able to bounce back from whatever they dish out, and most likely we're going to be more clinical to finish first, and that was the case. But I still wanted Bernardo Silva off in the 60th minute until when we scored.
See, and it's funny because I guess your feelings towards Bernardo were like my feelings towards Halan. I wanted him off, and maybe not off.
Really?
Maybe we could fit someone. It's just Bernardo was running around all over the place, and I felt like he was bringing the energy. Maybe the plan was to have Halan kind of stay in that midfield and maybe try to take advantage, try to stop from that like chipped ball. But it just seemed that everybody else was pressing more intensely than he was, and maybe that is the adjustment that Pep made, because we saw that like funny video of Mahrez making a Halan slip. We know Halan technically in the press, yes, he has a lot of size, but that defense isn't his thing. So he really is a liability being tossed into the press like that. So maybe we just let him stand there, be tall, and that is the best thing he needed to do. And I don't know. I just wasn't seeing anything from him.
I think I thought what was disappointing from Haaland was that there were times where it felt like he was waiting for the ball to come to him, and Inter's defenders were able to like maneuver around him to win the ball first, even though he had the size advantage, and that was upsetting to see. Like, even though you are, strong, this big strong target forward, you're still getting like maneuvered around by center backs that are smaller than you, to not winning the first ball up the pitch. And I think that's what was frustrating to me. But I do think that he still had value, that like taking him out was not gonna I don't know. I didn't think that taking him out would have been the right move.
DT, this is an occasion. I don't know if you're free, if you're interested, if you want to hop on. I don't know what better occasion there is, but now, sorry, Tarek, didn't mean to cut you off, sir. What were you saying?
No, that's all good. No, I was going to say, I didn't think about taking him off either. Again, you don't want to play for penalties, but if we believe he's our best penalty taker,
facts,
I need him on the pitch to take a penalty if we get to that place. And I think the thing that having KDB go off, I wondered if they were going to bring in Alvarez to play, in that spot, because they've typically played well together. I wasn't disappointed to see Phil, but I was expecting Alvarez. What's up?
Let's go! Oh my God, how are you feeling?
Also, I definitely wanted just to come on because I did get the scarf, so appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Yes.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Yes. Well, just give us a little quick. How do you feel about the match? What did you think? Yeah.
Man, I let out the biggest. Hopefully, I'm not like too loud. I'm sorry. I let out the biggest scream in my house as soon as the ball left Rodri's foot. I knew. As soon as it left his foot, then hit the back of the net. It was up. No nonsense, no handball, no offsides, no BS. Just clean rocket. Nothing you can do about it. But the match, but really quick, I don't want to ramble on too much. You guys already started. The match itself, I think I tweeted back at you at halftime, but to Tarek's point, it just seemed like they were tight in the first half. And I kind of thought the back three, well, the guys who ended up being the back three didn't want to make a mistake. And then it was like it's like we couldn't get working through the middle. And I kind of thought Stones was up a little bit too high. If he had come back, or I mean, maybe that's a game plan, whatever, but it felt like if he would have dropped a little bit, he could have been another outlet besides Rodri. So those guys could have had options instead of feeling like there's only one place or go back to Ederson. But in the second half, it seemed like they did start connecting a little bit more. It seemed like they started Stones back further, but then he started getting on the ball more, loosening some things up. Of course, the game opened up like it did, and then we finally getting in the attacking third. Obviously, it sucked to see Kevin go out, but Foden was electric, getting the ball, spinning, just the energy just picked up a lot. And then once that ball came in, it's like it was pinging around, but Bernardo made that run, pinged out, ended up coming back to Rodri, shot it in, and once we scored, like I thought we were gonna get the clean sheet. Honestly, like I was like, you know what, they come too far to give it away. And obviously had a couple woodwork. Ederson came through. It was crazy. It was crazy.
Yes, no, it was great.
The Phil turn.
That
move
God.
He made. I was just like, ah! And, you talked about the scream that you yell it out. I was the same way. And so my oldest was down here watching it with me. And then every time I would look up, I would see her with her phone Like, you're not about to sit over here and record me. Get away. I was like, I need my celebration to be free. I don't want to be trying to hold it back. I gotta just be free. Go away.
No, think about that viral moment though. Like if it catches you losing it, like
I'm sure she did.
Oh,
I'm sure she did.
Okay, well,
she probably got up this high-pitched squeal and was like, "Who is this dude? This is not my dad."
Yeah. And you know what's funny about that turn? What got me, it made me mad was like he turned so beautifully, and you could tell in run a play he looked directly in Holland's direction, and Holland got tackled. He got tackled, and then Foden's like, okay, he was ready to make that turn and pass, but then he saw he got tackled, no call, and then he had to rev it up again, and he took the shot, which people were like, oh, well, he should have shot better, whatever. But it's like that wasn't his initial, or at least from what I saw thousands of miles away on TV, it didn't seem like that was his initial look. But it's like Holland had timed it perfectly. Foden looked, it was right there. Then they tackled him off ball, which people been getting away with against City all season, which is a whole other thing. But yeah,
you mean when
and then the ending wasn't what we wanted, but they pulled it out.
Yeah,
gotten away with shit like you mean when John Stones' jersey was like ripped along the seam, and there was no call, and it happened in the box. Like, come on now. Come on now.
Is that not what VAR is for? Like, especially with his shirt ripped, like that's like, oh, okay, so I missed it. VAR. Let me look at this real quick. It's just
he was getting mugged.
What is going on? You guys can make up this whole technology that can show supposedly if the ball goes out of bounds or not, but you can't like look when a man's entire shirt is ripped open. I mean, yeah, I'm sure it's nice for the people. They got to see a little John Stones under boob, so I'm sure people appreciated that.
It's like people now know that he's got
wait a minute, this is supposed to be a family program.
People now know that he's got a tattoo on his rib cage, which they didn't know before.
Yeah. But I guess to that,
is that a wardrobe
not one to get on the officiating, but what did you all think about how the ref kind of handled the match? Kind of let him play too much, too tight.
I felt like he was trying to let them play, and it was one of those cases where, as a ref, you don't want to be the focal point of the match. So, I think he waited, and he tried his best not to give cards, not to do anything. And at some point, it was just like, okay, I just have to card you. You're just going too far with this. But I think he was trying to just let the players play and let them decide it on the pitch. To me, sometimes that went a little too far. It was like, no, that's supposed to be a card. That's supposed to be a foul. That's supposed to be whatever. But I can't sit here and say that he was biased to one side or the other. So if you're going to let him play, let everybody play.
Yeah.
And I think for the most part, he did that. Can I go back to the Phil shot he missed? The next time he's in that position, he tries to force it to Holland instead of taking that shot. And it's like, just because we missed the first one doesn't mean we don't shoot the second one. You got to take it. That's got to be you. But again, I'll take it. You trying to create for your teammates and whatever. So I appreciated it, but in that moment, I was like, oh man, you got to take that.
Yeah.
Because there's definitely a moment where it's like, folks, somebody just shoot. Get a shot on target. You're not going to be able to walk it in. Not today. just get them in there.
Yeah. Any last things before we get you out of here, sir? DT3?
No, honestly, just all I say, I think I probably first heard your guys' pod. I want to give you guys some flowers real quick. I think the first podcast I heard with you guys was maybe right around episode 41 or 42. And just been rocking ever since. I'm definitely not Mr. XG or anything like that, but it's always great to just hear other thoughts and perspectives about City. And I really rock with your guys' sensibilities. Even when there are some disagreements, it's cordial, but you can understand the reasoning and the logic behind it. always enjoy, you guys, shouting out, talking about the women's side as well.
All right, the boys.
And it's just really been fun. It's really been a part of my weekend routines now. Listening to you guys, listen to the pod. But I just can't believe like this year, the treble, all that coming together. It's been awesome, and hope you guys enjoy it. You, as fans, you guys deserve it, and I'm just proud and happy to just be a listener, tagging along for the ride.
Hey, man, we appreciate that.
You
sure.
Here,
Thank
you're
you.
now more than just a listener.
Yeah,
you are
family.
a part of Shady Gang.
Shady Gang.
Yes. See you, sir.
So who do we got from City in Piccadilly Square?
Oh,
wait, is this the homie Kian?
It is Kian. Oh,
okay.
Oh man, hold on, Kian. I think.
Did he freeze?
Yeah.
Oh, there he goes.
It's not working as well because the sound.
Yeah,
it's messing it up. But oh my god, I love it.
I've spoken a couple of you before. My name's Cian, and just phenomenal work on the pods this year and last year. You guys are absolutely killing the game, and you guys are just showing, just giving the best energy at all times. So you guys are seeing so much forehead right now. I don't know why my camera's still zoomed in, but I'll just stick my earphones in so I can hear you guys again.
Hey, it's all good, man. We thank you for jumping on with us.
Appreciate you for showing
for helping us to be a part of what's going on there in the city. Obviously, there's a big ocean between us and there.
I'll be around for Monday, so I'll get you guys plenty of footage of the parade too.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yes.
Let's go.
Man, it's glad to be a part. Thank you, man.
Thank you. I appreciate you. You have fun. I don't want to hold you. Just
go celebrate.
Yes.
How the fuck have we done this, guys? In what world? Our city, 3-piece winners, treble winners, and champions of Europe. Now we can sing that. That's it, boys. Up the lads. Oh shit! Sorry. Sorry about that.
Oh, you're good. Oh my gosh. How are you feeling? How was the energy there?
Sorry, I'm just gonna stick my headphones in so you're not looking at my fucking ear. How does that now sound, boys?
Let's go.
Yes.
How was the experience? How was watching the match there in the area?
Okay, it's still playing Animal Speaker. I don't know why the fuck that is, but sure. Look. Anyway, I love you guys so much.
Okay.
But respectfully, I have slightly different priorities right now, including getting massively pissed up because
sir.
I'm assuming it's very early in the morning for you guys, or at least the afternoon. It is very late at night here. I bought some champagne.
Yes.
And it's time to toast to the treble winning Blues.
Yes.
Up City. Up.
Celebrate, sir. You deserve it.
Shady gang. Shady gang. Shady gang. I've always wanted to say that.
Let's go.
Yes.
Love it, Kian. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kian.
Oh man. Oh, this has been fantastic. Truly, all the people tagging us that aren't City fans, telling us congratulations, like this is great. Like if I would have said, if like this, me would have just been like bumped into August, July me, and would have been like, hey, you would have this like most dope following and people who aren't City fans congratulating you on a City treble, I would be like, you're drunk, future me. It must just have been the time travel. Like it's crazy.
I have the privilege of being in a group chat dedicated to people of color in women's soccer, and the amount of shout outs that this podcast particular got for in that group chat just for this win is just staggering. So shout out to Never Log Off. Appreciate y'all. And I believe our good friend DT3 is actually a part of Never Log Off as well.
Nice.
So we appreciate all the love, like especially from the non-city fans, like especially like from the people that are saying like just y'all specifically. Yeah, like y'all are the only city fans that I mess with, like just y'all. Like so that like proves that like we've carved out a lane where people like really do respect the work that we do, and I just think that that's really, really awesome.
DT3 asked the question, who did y'all have as man of the match? Just curious. I think we all pretty much said Ederson. Okay, yeah. All of us went with Ederson. Yeah. But again, recognizing that, that you can't go wrong with Rodri with that goal. So I respect that. But for me, it was Ederson because of what he did throughout the entirety of the match. So
yeah, I was trying to figure out what kit I'm going to buy
first.
It's Ederson. It's Ederson. That's
so
what it is.
I have to get the Rodri kit because the washing machine and the Balotelli have fought their last battle, and it's looking rough. So I said before the match, whoever scores the match winner, I will buy their kit. So now I have to buy the Rodri kit because he scored the match winner.
Let's go.
I hate, man. So many of my kits are just destroyed. Just because of just washing machines. It's bad. It bums me out. It's just one day I can afford to pay dry cleaning consistently for city shirts.
Okay, so now I'm to the point where I've been drinking enough that I can just start making jokes, like, so I don't care. Meg the Stallion, she got to leave Romelu Lukaku, right? Like, because
you can't be with a loser. No,
not only
it is what it is.
Like, not only did you miss that goal, but you blocked another goal from going in. Like,
and knowing him, she was probably just like, nah, you can't, you gotta wait. The game is in like 2 or 3 days. Like, you can't get any until the match is over. And he was just like, nah, you gotta give me inspiration. And then she was like, okay, but you better win. And then he didn't. So like, yeah,
it's a wrap. That's a wrap.
Bye. Now that you've introduced me to the life of footballers, though, I do like this. So I'll be around.
Is she going to be a jinx, kind of like the Kim Kardashian jinx on Arsenal? Or maybe did Kim put on an inner jersey? We never know. If she put on an inner shirt, that might have been the reason.
She was wearing, there were a couple of retro team shirts she was wearing.
As long as it wasn't City. Doesn't matter at this point.
City. I don't remember who. It wasn't a Premier League team, though.
Okay.
Sorry.
Top 2 people I'd never want to see in a City kit ever. Okay. Kim Kardashian
and Drake.
Aubrey Graham.
Yes.
I was going to say, you got to get Drake in there.
Never want the 2 of them ever in a City kit
now.
Ever.
Yeah, we already won it. Doesn't matter at this point.
Drake is giving us a shout out in his next single. I guarantee you. Because it's going to be with like Pop Can or Stormzy or some shit like that. He's gonna, and he's just gonna be like, I got the city like man, or something like that. It's gonna be like some understated thing, and I'm just gonna be like, it's over for us. And then everyone's gonna hate us because they have nothing technically to hate us about. They're gonna now hate us because now we're Aubrey Bar, and it's gonna be the worst.
Let's talk about Gundo. I know the announcers were kind of giving him some stick a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It very well could end up being his last match. We don't know if it will or not. It could be. Mm-hmm. He's at home in Turkey, where he's, his roots are from. Do we feel like maybe there was just so much going. I didn't feel like he was his normal self. I don't feel like he played up to his normal part. It doesn't matter. We won the match. I'm wondering if all of the stuff around him weighed on him a bit.
I think that this is the best, that this Inter midfield is the best midfield that we have faced in the Champions League knockout phases. Like, and I think that they made life difficult for him in a way that those like, even like, you know, definitely not Leipzig, not Bayern, and even Real Madrid with Cruz and Modric, they didn't make life difficult for him in the ways that Inter made life difficult for him. So to me, I thought that was more of a function of, this was Inter's game plan, was like, this guy has been hot. We need to make sure that we take him out of the match. Like, we can't have, like, these other guys aren't necessarily informed, so we're going to let somebody else beat us, but it won't be this guy. So to me, that was more of a function of Inter's midfield than what was going on. Because DT3 even brought it up. Like, I thought that and I think that this was where Stones was asked to play. I thought that his offensive positions were so interesting, but then, like, you're not scared if you see like him and Bernardo Silva on the right wing if you're DeMarco, you know, and Darmian. So like that, I think that their midfield to me outplayed our midfield, and I think that that's why the match was the way that it was. And
so is it Barella?
Yeah.
Or who?
Brozovic.
Which one did you think was the key?
I thought
for them.
Yeah, I think Brozovic and Chanalou were the two key guys for them.
We're all sitting here looking at Pep be interviewed.
Right?
It's seeing Micah get emotional, seeing him hug Grealish, like, it's funny. Akanji was first to his phone. He was first to tweet because I have notifications.
Oh my God, he just clowned Micah.
Who did?
Pep.
What did he say?
He said he was talking about his introductions of Kate. Oh my God.
Pep is funny.
Poor Micah, all he wants to do is be loved by Pep. That's all he wants. And Pep walked up first and said hi to Thierry, and then just like waved to Micah. Like, you know, poor Micah.
I mean, but like,
I coached Thierry.
Right. Yeah.
And he's a legend.
I do have to say, like, Mike is one of those like analysts that has made it like a bigger name for himself as an analyst than as a player. And like, to me,
he's
a
street legend. He's a street legend.
Yes, absolutely. But then like him being a street legend, but then like being in media and doing like all the work that he does, like I think that he's a bigger character in media than he was ever like in football, in world football. Yeah. And I think it's really cool to see somebody who is so dedicated to the club of Man City be in that role. Cause like, you know, you're used to like, you know, Jamie Carragher of Liverpool and Peter Schmeichel of Man U. So like it's nice to know that there's someone in like the greater world football media sphere that's like one of those talking heads that's going to be on your side from time to time.
Yeah, I felt bad for him because a lot of City fans were giving him grief throughout the course of the season because, you know, as an analyst, he's asked to be somewhat impartial or, you know, just, you know, be straight, not to have play favorites or whatever. And that's an unfair position for him to be in because City fans are like, oh, well, why didn't he say City this or City that? Or why did he give credit to Arsenal or whatever? And it's like, he's doing his job, but I love him. I love him. And, you know, I would love for him to come on here. That would be like amazing if we could ever pull that off. But I think, like you said, it's great to have somebody in the media who is bleeding, living and dying with, city and bleeding that city blue. So
yeah, no, that would be obviously we would love Big Meeks. Big Meeks, that'd be
Big Meeks.
Oh my goodness. Ooh, I don't know. I'm excited. I guess anything else before we get out of here? I mean, because in theory, I could talk about this match all day, but we got Monday.
Y'all, I'm going to just put it this way. Like, we won the treble. It's Pride Month. I'm going to be like Van and be playing outside every day. Playing outside every day. Playing outside every day. Playing outside every day. So when y'all see me on Monday, I will have been playing outside.
Have fun. Hey.
Do your thing. Do your thing.
All right. Well, we are Shades of Blue. Super excited to have done this season with FanFest Live.
Yeah,
absolutely.
With all of you, Shady Gang. We're thrilled at what we are going to be doing next year. We already are talking about it. We got some things for you. We are Shades of Blue. You know the vibes. Shady Gang Championes. Shady Gang Championes. Shady Gang Championes. Let's go.